I think like some people might be surprised that talking about that situation could still bring you to tears. Just the fact that like the sheer cruelty of it, and the fact that there was so little pity or willingness to reconcile.
I mean, it was so brazen. It was so like had to be done in their eyesight. And when I look at the situation and everything that's going down, and I just feel like they always knew because they were being watched. My son got killed in the middle of them being investigated by the feds anyway. You know, to be at that trial and to see that $5,000 cash app came from that boy. Because that boy told him what my son was doing and lying.
The kid across the street?
Lying.
Which was THFTZ, right?
Lying. Duck ain't even know who he was.
Can you break, all right, because you was there in the courtroom during the trial. Can you break down moments of the trial that the public didn't get to see and evidence that you heard that we didn't get to hear, and what stood out to you?
See the whole video where he was in that store and that security guard was recording him.
Teasy, right?
And he was on the phone with a couple of people trying to get who he was trying to get, and saying Duck chased him with a gun. He said stuff like, yeah, but that shit about to be over with now, though, because the person who he was telling it to was really believing what he was saying.
And in reality, Duck hadn't even seen him, right?
Just standing there looking out the window, watching Duck while he's still in Milani shopping.
Yeah.
Not even paying attention to these goofy ass, stupid ass little boys. He still minding his business because it wasn't nothing to him. He in that store scared, fighting off the sight of my son. Some rolled down his leg. He pulled down and get it. Somebody on the phone say, you ain't got your gun? He said, no. If somebody chasing you down the street with a gun, and this what that makes sense to me, cause if Duck had, cause they thought that boy was with him. They thought that young man who was behind Duck was with him, but he wasn't. All that rumor like he moved our cousin out, lies. But you had to be in the courtroom to know this. And you think that side gonna talk about the facts of it? No.
Because someone else also got shot that day too, right?
2 more people got shot.
Yeah, 2 people, right?
2 more people got shot. And when they jumped out on them, you know, I met that young man at the press conference. You know, he don't want to be on camera and stuff. I met him, and he say, Mama Duck, I don't mean no disrespect, but I didn't even know who Duck was when I was standing behind him. And he say, Duck sized him up, because Duck ain't know who he was. Turned around and looked at him like, what's up? And he say, he's like, what's up? And he said it was seconds later, them cowards jumped out the fucking car. We watched this man talk to the police. They walked him to his car. He doubled back from him. If you in danger, why you doubling back from the car while you still on that phone? He running up the street, talking about he running from the killers. Ain't nobody chasing him. He trying to follow on the phone, running up the street, trying to see where Duck car going when he busted you and went in front of Doshan Kaban.
All right, so that's the Gold Coast district, correct?
He stayed down there till they shot him, and then looked on his tippy toes, saw that my baby was down, hit that man and told him to come on, and walked to his car and left.
Damn.
Then text his baby mama 3 laughing emojis. Yeah, that's the type of power that my son had off words to make a motherfucker do him like that.
And the crazier part is the dude who's making this phone call is actually from a hood you grew up in, which is THF.
Yes. No, it's Momma. One of the guys who shot Duck, Daddy got shot just like Duck got shot and lived. He's a paraplegic right now. He's my cousin's best friend. I had the ability to, when he got shot in the 90s, to be there for him and nurse him back, catching the red line all the way to Moore's, where he stayed at. His sister stayed up north.
And
this when we was kids.
Who father is this?
C-Thing, Mama. C-Thing.
C-Thing, all right.
Look just like him. Know what I'm saying? That shit cut so deep that some people, kids that I helped and where I was raised, is the reason of my son's demise. Because you know what? Duck would have never did anything to nobody from 4-6. Nothing.
Maybe not him personally, but people associated with him.
He can't help about who he associated with.
Yeah.
You see, a lot of people don't know me and Bezu talked so much.
Well, because Bezu told the story about the funeral and how Duck went and Zoo made sure
I'm going to let Bezu have it. Okay? Because how he going to tell Duck or tell his guys not to come? I got baptized in that church. I went to the grammar school across the street from that church.
But that was also years before the war kicked off, though, correct?
I grew up in 4-6. Duck did.
Yeah.
I grew up in 4-6. So I know my kids know mother from 4-6 kids. They ain't finna beef with them. A lot of them kind of fake related. Baby daddies is best friends and shit, or cousins and shit. So that's how that went. And if that was the case, we was out there on the scene when my little cousin was stretched out just like his daddy, wasn't nothing but his fucking buns coming from under a sheet. 5 blocks down the street, 10 years later from where the police killed my cousin at. Same side of the street, 49th and Drexel, 45th and Drexel. 10 years later, we were out there, the whole family, Doug, all us. If something was going to happen, it would have happened then. Right? See, all this shit for the internet and all this shit, I don't give a fuck about no internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I don't care about that stuff. This shit mean to these babies. The internet mean more than them, than they morals, than they life, than they mama, than they kids. Look at the fucking situations happening behind motherfuckers getting on the internet. The positive don't get praise. It's just the negative. So, and Bezu say he told them don't be on that, we his family. He probably did, but we was coming. And I all white. That's my auntie's grandson. Why wouldn't we be there? You see all them pictures with Raheem. Who house you thought he was at when he was on that picture with Brian Scrap? With Scrap Brick when they had the yellow on.
No, that's your house.
That's my house and my daughter's Black and Yellow party. When Wiz Khalifa came out with Black and Yellow, Duck loved Wiz Khalifa. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he knew it, but he did. And when I saw what he did, when he put my baby, I was like, wow. So a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? He was at Brian's funeral. That's just like friends telling him, you can't come, telling Raheem, you can't come to Brian's funeral. Make it make sense. That's my auntie whole grandson. And he got one left. Shout out Doodle. My little cousin, which is Bezu's stepson.
Yeah. Speaking of Bezu, what was your thoughts when you heard that Bezu passed away and the circumstances behind it?
I didn't like that. If you asked me,
not that you liked it, but like
I was upset because for one, that's my cousin's stepdad. He played a pivotal role in their life, so it was a loss to them. His son can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be speaking on people, and I don't want them to be mad at me because that have happened.
Mhm.
Like, I can't even really basically talk about my little cousins because I'm getting, this is my family. This is my blood. I'm going to talk about it. But I mean well. All my intentions are good.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you become a member for only $5 a month. It really helps support us, and it also gives you early access to all of our content. Let's go.